What's up, guys? It is the Bad Wolf. We're going to be talking about a little something that I made a YouTube short on. And let's just say we have to be ginger on how we bring up this information, and I can't mess it, in other words, come on. You guys know they don't like you talking about certain things. Let's just get to the point. So I'm going to be very cautious on how I bring this information to you because it is important. But as always, especially for the YouTube censors, this is for educational entertainment purposes only. Always seek a licensed physician, doctor, or medical person if you need to take anything, add anything, change anything, do anything medical related. I am not a licensed physician. I'm only going to tell you about interesting information from my perspective. And due to censors, I can't even tell you if I do or do not take this and what level or amount that I do. Okay. You have to do your own research. So contact your physician, doctor, family guy, whoever, blah, blah, blah. We are not responsible for any of your experiences, good, bad, or other. Entertainment purposes only. Now, let's get into it. All right. So I would say probably about 3, maybe 4 years ago, I started learning about something called methylene blue. And methylene blue is a synthetic dye, very similar, if not to the same type that they use for making jeans and pretty much anything really blue. All right. It is a synthetic. I did see some articles out there, which is why sometimes this can be confusing, um, stating that it was natural. Okay. There may be some natural versions of it. Matter of fact, I know there's natural versions of it, but generally the type that you're going to come across is going to be the synthetic type. Now, I could give you the old history of it and blah, blah, blah. We'll delve into a little bit, but let's get to the good stuff. All right. So let's take a look at what it says. Now, once again, these are not my words. This is right off the internet. This is AI because it's how we have to do it so that the censors don't get all weird. But I will say this, look at the information, do your own research, contact your physician, and see if this is something that you can or cannot, should or should not, will or won't, is good or bad for your particular person. Because there are different types of things going on where this might affect your a person's blood pressure, this, that, and the other. Now, there are some additional stories, obviously, that I can't say here, which is why when we do the seminars, I will be having one specifically on private, supplements, nutrients, things of that nature, and we'll be just covering those things. So here I have to keep it very bland, and also because this channel is not really about this. Though every once in a while I do try to throw in like I guess a gag reel, but this is not a gag. Um, so this is kind of like me and my once a year quota where I throw in something in the ballpark of what I do, but not necessarily for this channel. So where can you find more stuff like this? Well, one on my other YouTube channel called Badwolf Unlimited. Okay. My other YouTube channel, Badwolf Unlimited, I'll be talking more about some of this stuff. I still have to be careful, but at least talking about over there. And it's a smaller channel, so thank you for subscribing over there as well. I will be talking about everything from ghosts to different languages, societies, ancient societies, all the taboo stuff that a lot of people like to talk about, but mainstream and whatever else ignore, blah, blah, blah. We're going to talk about all of it. My experiences with some of that and other thoughts on it, whatever else. So without further ado, let's get into methylene blue. All right. So methylene blue, um, like I said, I'm not going to necessarily go into my personal experiences. You're going to have to experience your own. But let's just look at the cold data written by actual doctors, gathered by the AI on doctor information, though I am not. So we're just going to read this. And as always, please consult your physician. Okay, let's go.
Methylene blue offers a range of benefits, including boosting energy, enhancing cognitive function, and acting as an antioxidant.
So it says it does have the ability to boost energy, increase your brain cognitive and not really capacity, but the ability to run your brain more efficient. And it acts as an antioxidant, which is something that goes in and attaches to free radicals and either helps them to remove it or balance certain things inside of your system. Now, I do know some additional things, like I said, but we'll just see what they have to say about it. Okay.
It's FDA approved for treating methemoglobinemia and is being investigated for its potential in areas like neurodegeneration, memory loss, and even anti-aging.
Now, one of the things I can tell you that shouldn't trip any sensors is that when I was speaking to some doctors, what in concerns to a friend of mine and their type of medical scenario that they were in, after informing them what I thought would possibly help, believe it or not, the doctors actually agreed and started writing a prescription for all the things that I told them to do because the area in which this person is suffering, they don't have any straight out uh, classical treatments. So they were open to things and they've seen improvements based on my recommendations, privately being stated here. Okay. So let's keep going.
Anti-aging. Here's a more detailed look at the benefits. Energy and fatigue reduction. Methylene blue improves mitochondrial function, the powerhouses of our cells, leading to increased ATP production, the cell's energy currency.
So they're saying here that methylene blue, when taking in the proper amounts, and they don't tell you that here, so that's why you should always consult your doctor. Okay. But they're saying that it improves the mitochondria. Mitochondria is what gives your cells energy. And if the cells are energized and feeling good, this trickles up to you. Okay. So let's keep going.
Currency. This boost in cellular energy can result in reduced fatigue and increased overall energy levels.
It says it can, doesn't mean it necessarily will, but please don't think that this is like a replacement. Okay. This is just something an additive. Okay. But once again, talk to your doctors before doing anything. Got to keep throwing that in there for the YouTube censors.
Levels. Cognitive enhancement. Methylene blue acts as a nootropic, meaning it can enhance cognitive function.
Make you think better. But I will say that it does change your brain a little blue, literally. It actually takes on the pigment because this is a dye. Now, normally when they use this in the medical industry, it can be used to trace certain systems because of the blue dye that they could see it with the machine. Later on, people that they gave this to, they noticed people talking about some of these alleged benefits of it. So they're still doing research. But just because a little bit goes a long way does not mean you should take large and large amounts. Do not do that. It's not how this works. Okay? Do not. So once your doctor says, if you talk to them, which I highly recommend, they tell you this is how much you can take safely. By their word, you are then good, but do not overdo it. You would think, oh, a little bit does a lot. So if I do more, I'm going to be bouncing off the wall, zing, zaggity, zing. Nope, it's not how it works. It actually has a really sharp drop off rate, and then it's not going to be a good thing. Okay. And unless your doctor tells you, like, for instance, example only, take it like, I don't know, every other day or every 3 or 4 days, that's what you should do. Because according to my research, every day is also not a good thing. The body starts to get used to it. So you want to catch the body off guard every 3 or 4 days, allegedly, educationally speaking. Do your own research, talk to your doctor.
Function. It improves neurotransmitter signaling, such as dopamine and serotonin, which can sharpen focus and improve memory. It also protects brain cells from oxidative stress, contributing to better mental clarity. Some studies suggest it may help reduce motor impairment associated with Parkinson's disease. It
Mm,
may also help prevent age-related cognitive decline and dementia.
mm,
Antioxidant and protective effects. Methylene blue has antioxidant properties, meaning it can help protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. This
mm,
can contribute to overall health and well-being, potentially slowing down the aging process. It
mm.
may also help protect skin cells from oxidative damage, potentially improving skin vitality.
Huh.
Other potential benefits. Combats infectious diseases.
What?
Methylene blue has antimicrobial properties and can be effective against various pathogens, including viruses, bacteria, and fungi.
Now here it says including, it doesn't say only. This is something new I've learned from the States. Including means these are in there, but there are often more because it doesn't say only these. So then our brains think we're limited to just those. So be careful with their word magic. Can't say certain
Fungi.
can't say certain things.
Anti-aging. Researchers are investigating its potential to slow down the aging process at a cellular level. Treatment of methemoglobinemia. Methylene blue is FDA approved for treating methemoglobinemia, a condition where blood cannot deliver enough oxygen.
So one of the potential benefits, and this is by the FDA and doctors for treating methylglobulin methylglobulin, okay. Uh it's where the blood cannot deliver enough oxygen. So hypothetically, this will deliver oxygen deeper into the body or areas where it's not getting oxygen. I wonder how important oxygen is to us or our body. I'm wondering. I'm wondering.
Oxygen. Other medical applications. It's being explored for its potential in treating conditions like Alzheimer's disease,
Huh,
Lyme disease, and
huh,
chemotherapy/radiation-induced mouth sores,
huh.
according to GoodRx.
According to
Hemodynamic
GoodRx.
improvement. It has been used as an adjunctive therapy to improve hemodynamics in patients with certain types of shock.
Hmm.
Important considerations. While generally safe, some side effects can include nausea, staining of the skin and mucous membranes, and in rare cases, serotonin syndrome when taken with certain medications.
So, like I was saying, this does stain. So be very hypersensitive and careful what you drip this on because it will be blue for a long time.
Medications. Long-term use or high doses may lead to unexpected effects or accumulation, potentially altering cellular balance, according to King's Pharmacy and Compounding Center.
So Long-term use and high doses are not a good thing. All we're doing here, YouTube censors, is reading what they're talking about here based on the doctors, and I'm giving my commentary, my thoughts. It's just education and informational purposes and entertainment purposes only.
Center. Methylene blue is typically administered intravenously or orally, depending on the condition being treated, according to King's Pharmacy and Compounding Center.
All right. So it says here methylene blue also reduces oxidative stress in the brain. Some of these sites have more information than others, but you get the basic understanding. It says here some other benefits could be enhanced cognitive and mood, reduced inflammation. Okay. The National Institute on Health, the potentials of methylene blue as anti-aging drugs. So when I tell you guys, when I bring you guys this information, you have to understand that they've got so much stuff hidden that they know what it does. Now, this is back in 2021. They're not giving you guys all the good stuff. They're not telling you about all the good stuff. A lot of stuff they consider to be private and need to know basis. So, is methylene blue bad for the kidneys? It can negatively impact kidney function at higher doses in individuals with pre-existing conditions. Okay. So here are some negative things. Generally, these are in relation to other things not being good going on with the person or the body. What does methylene do to blood pressure? It can increase blood pressure. It says particularly in cases of vasoplasia or septic shock, it achieves this by inhibiting nitric oxide. Okay. So for the guys, understand that if this is the case, this nitric oxide production is a key element in your testosterone and in Mr. Winky getting, you know, you know. And by blocking this, no pathway, methylene blue can help constrict blood vessels and raise the pressure. So that is not a good thing. So once again, you do not want to take this on the normal. And before doing anything, what are we going to do, class? Talk to your doctor. There you go. All right. Now, out of curiosity, I'm going to type this in. Because remember how it said before, viruses, bacteria, and whatever else. Well, it didn't say anything about parasites. So let's just education. Let's do some research here.
Methylene blue, MB, has demonstrated effectiveness against several parasitic infections, particularly malaria. It can be used in combination with other antimalarial drugs, such as artemisinin-based combination therapy, ACT, to enhance efficacy and potentially prevent drug resistance. MB also shows promise in preventing the transmission of malaria by interfering with the parasite's ability to infect mosquitoes. Specific effects and mechanisms.
Now, we're not going to go through each one of them, but the quick rundown: anti-malarial, interferes with parasite metabolism, making their eggs, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it does that. Um, Okay. So, as always, guys, do your own research. I've given you guys some information to help put you on the path. So, from there, you guys can take a look at it, talk it over with your physician. There are different types out there. Okay. There can be pharmaceutical grade, there can be food grade, there can be, military grade. So don't just go out and grab anything, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Do it the right way. If you're interested in it, make mention, see if they think that it's something that is viable for you and have them put you on something if they believe it is something that can possibly benefit you. Tell them you've done your research, show it to them, or ask them their thoughts on it, or a combination of both. But as always, get a professional opinion before doing anything. All right. So, lastly, do not abuse it. Okay. A little bit goes a long way, and you do not want to um, go into excess with this and make things potentially worse or mixing with something that you're already taking. So, as always, do your due diligence. But for other people who have used this, successfully, uh, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, your experience, and we'll go from there. Now, to answer a thought question, whatever else earlier, um, when we do the seminars, which will be rolling out soon within the next 2 months, we will have some private time to talk. People can share other things that they've used, minerals, supplements, nutrients, trace elements, whatever it is in those particular seminars. And, we can help each other to learn and to grow. Once again, though, I will be bringing other things that I think are worth your time to investigate on my other YouTube channel, which is the Badwolf Unlimited, where we talk about everything over there. All right. So you guys take care. Hopefully you enjoyed this small segment. I'll talk to you later. Ta for now. I said ta ta. I said good day.